Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And to wrap up this year, because it has been, I wanted to go through with you guys what things I have taken from this year in my life, the lessons I have learned and the ones that I'm going to take forward with me for the rest of my life. I had 3 months in France, 3 months in Mexico, and then 3 months in San Francisco. And then 3 months in Bristol/London. I think the first thing to say is this year has been just completely hectic, not just because I've been traveling, but because there's been a pandemic. And the element of being outside of your comfort zone forces you to grow. And so I feel like I've almost accelerated the learning process. And I've learned. First lesson of this year is to trust my instinct and recognize that's enough. And the way I would define my instinct is the gut feeling that I have within me. It's that kind of fight or flight reaction in you. So I had this gap of time, I had a year to play with. And I was like, you've never had this time before in your life. You never had this opportunity to go out and literally create. The reason I think that this is one of the most important lessons that has come out of this year is because I am learning to trust myself. And that means doing things because I want to do them, not because someone else has told me, oh, that might be good for you. Oh, why didn't you try this? To trust your instinct is also to trust yourself. And I think that trusting yourself is a really good way to lead your life. So, second lesson I've learned this year is that the only person that will always be there for me, always, no matter what, is myself. And so developing that really strong relationship and that trust, and it links to the instinct point, that knowledge in that you are enough. You don't need to seek external worth through other people because it's all here. It's funny because I think of a song by Nina Simone, Ain't Got No, I Got Life. So it's like, ain't got no arms. No, how does it go? I got my... Oh my goodness, this is so embarrassing. I got my arms, got my legs, got my fingers, got my toes, got my feet, got my soul, got my rhythm, I got myself. Anyway, that song, forgive the singing, that literally encapsulates everything that I'm saying. No matter where you are, no matter who you're with, no matter what the situation is, you're there for yourself. You're your own support mechanism. Believe in that, trust in that. It's not something that's easy. And as I say, I'm learning to do this. Please don't think that I am saying, oh yeah, me and myself, we're besties. Like, yeah, to an extent we are, but there are still things I'm working on. And that's a lifelong thing. I'm embracing that. It is what it is. We move. Okay, yeah, third lesson I've learned. This is quite funny. I'm super young and I'm still learning and I'm still adapting. And that is so beautiful because it means that whilst I'm aware of what maybe lies ahead, I also acknowledge that what is right now is incredible. It's actually so fun to be young and to be able to think about your life and think about what it is that you want to make of your life. I put pressure on myself to always know what's happening, 10 steps ahead of what it is that's happening now. And I think that can be quite dangerous because you're almost living in the future. You're obsessing over what's to come. But actually, how do I know I'm even going to be here? I mean, life is unpredictable. Life is short. I think that there's a way to approach that. Living your life from the perspective that you don't know what day is your last. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm actually trying to live my life in that way because I think that brings the most fulfillment and the most joy. Making the most out of every day, making the most out of the small moments. Yeah. Number 4, my next lesson. There's always something to be happy about. There's always something to smile about. I did a laughing yoga class the other day on Zoom, and something that the teacher said that stuck with me is that laughter is a choice. Linked very closely to that is the idea of celebration. Celebrate small things in life that go right. We're constantly setting goals for the future, and I'm guilty of this. I think, oh, once I achieve X, I'm going to be happy. But 9 times out of 10, what happens is I achieve X, and then I think I need to achieve Y. I need to keep going. It's important to be proud of yourself, and it's all part of building that relationship. And it's hard because celebrating yourself has negative connotations, like being up yourself. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think it's important to celebrate you, to celebrate everyone around you, to build that celebration, because when people are happy, it's contagious. It really is. So, okay, so my fifth lesson is that I'm a really adaptable person. I don't get scared when moving to new places. I love the possibility that comes with moving to a new place, meeting new people, discovering new food, discovering a new culture, learning a new language. That is literally part of my identity. It's part of my personality. It's what makes me tick. Now, having said all of that, I had a conversation with a Buddhist monk actually quite recently, and something that he said to me was, it's great that you find satisfaction through these things, but it's not the most sustainable way of leading your life. Now, let me break this down. If I am to sit here and say, okay, I'm only going to be happy when I'm in a different place. I'm only going to be happy when I'm doing all these cool things and exploring new places and learning, then my happiness is contingent on me doing X, Y, and Z, when actually happiness is a choice. So I'm learning that whilst, that makes me who I am, I can also find complete and utter happiness and joy from within. It links to my point about being young. I feel like I've got all this energy to explore and to do new things and to just, like a firework that never explodes almost. And respecting that as who I am, and respecting that it is part of the cycle that I'm in. And that's quite humbling, actually, because I think as we grow up, as we experience new things, as we move into different stages of our lives, we are in different cycles of growth. Okay, finally, my last lesson is that it's always the right time to do something new. Whether it's you wanting to learn a new skill, a new language, you want to start dancing, you want to try jiu-jitsu, which is what I did, and I absolutely love it. You want to start DJing, which is what I did. Quite badly, but we're going to move on to that in 2022. Do it, because you know what? You're already halfway there. I think that whatever you do, you should be happy to do it. You should be willing to do it. And so if you have a temptation to do something, I don't know, pick up cooking lessons, try a new recipe, that's fantastic, and do it. So I'm going to leave this video here. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about all the lessons I've picked up this year. If you have any comments, if you have any lessons that maybe you reside with, let me know down below. As always, I wish you the best. I hope that this year brings only joy, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.